Hey guys, welcome to the Into the Microwave Oven podcast, and this is your hostesses, Bri
and Kirann.
And today is about our favorite Disney ships, I guess. Yeah.
Disney,
the couples.
The canon couples in the movies that y'all love so much. I know this is a big leap from musicals, but in all honesty, we're also talking about Frozen. In the last one, we talked about Monster. So
yeah. So we talked about Frozen the musical, so now we're talking about Frozen the movie because it's got a ship in it, and we're talking about more ships because we need more content.
Technically,
30 minutes.
Technically, this makes sense if you think about it. Yeah.
It was not making sense in a little bit though.
Stop bullying us, okay?
We're not being bullied.
Are we? Okay. Juniper's bullying us.
Juniper's my favorite. We went over this. She's my favorite now, so.
Y'all, if Bri isn't in the next few episodes, it's gonna be Juniper and Slater, so you better be nice. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, moving on.
Okay, so do we talk about our favorite, or do we talk from our least favorite?
So, we should do this randomly, and then in the end, we'll reveal our favorite, which should be obvious by the end of it on how we talk about them.
Okay, so we'll save our favorite for last.
Yeah. We'll
all right.
Or in the mist, you know?
Can we start from the bottom and work our way up, or from the top and work our way down? Wait. So we skip the first one, we go straight to the second one, and then...
Yeah. Or we could just go down the list that we made here.
Yeah, okay, so the list that we made, except for the first one, can we save that one for last?
Oh, yeah.
Well, second to last.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, first one is Ariel and Eric.
Yeah, so they were... When I was a kid, with these little singing fish and the mermaid, obviously. And obviously, you're rooting for him to kiss the girl, right? But she's 16.
Are we gonna go over age for all of them? Because I'm going to be honest.
I don't remember all of them.
Most of them weren't in modern times.
No, yeah, you're right. But if we aren't going off of modern times over here, it's okay. It's aight, but he was ready to drop her because he wanted to marry the one that saved him, even though it was her. But like, Ursula had like her voice, so he was so ready to.
I mean, he did she get like a whole room even though she wasn't talking? Like, did she do anything to get like a whole room and a dress?
No, yeah,
I don't remember the movie all too well, but didn't he like invite her?
He did invite her to his castle because he found her there. Like she was the one who she didn't like have a lot of clothes, and basically for him, I think it would be like she kind of just appeared.
So he invited a stranger in. Like, okay.
Back then it's an innocent little girl, honestly.
Yeah.
So.
Oh no, because I'm just like, because it's been a while since I watched this one, so it's like, I mean, hey, it's like nothing, like to me, like not much wrong with it.
Yeah, I mean,
not my favorite.
Considering that it was in the time that it was in, I won't be thinking about the ages too much. I don't want to. I'm gonna go based on like not
their dynamic.
Their dynamic, because during these times these were okay. So
and honestly, even now they wouldn't be like too. It's like bad. Like,
it's 16,
not 100% bad. Like if they had like a couple months. And then it would have been like 100% okay.
It's fine. I mean, Are we gonna go off the other movies that they made, or are we just gonna go off like the first one?
I barely even know the first one, let alone the other ones. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, so we're just gonna go
something from those. Then sure.
No, it's fine. We're just gonna talk about the first one, I guess.
Yeah. So Ariel and Eric, it's a medium. I would say a 5 out of 10. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing too.
Yeah, it's decent, but it's not the worst, you know.
Yeah, so I'll give it like a 5 out of 10-ish. Don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not reliable though.
No, yeah, of course. This is just our opinions.
Yeah, they had a cute boat scene though, even though she couldn't talk.
That was good, but I think it was further romanticized by the fact that Sebastian was freaking singing. Okay.
Oh yeah, he was okay. So they don't have a lot of good communication. Okay, maybe keep it at like maybe 4.5 out of 10, 4 or 10, 4 or 5 out of 10. I don't know, whatever.
4.5. We'll go with that. Yeah.
Yeah, 4.5. Okay.
So the next would be Aurora and Philip, right?
Mhm.
So, in my experience, I haven't watched it as much as I've watched anything else. I'm just gonna be honest. Okay.
I watched it pretty recently, actually. I haven't watched a lot of the other ones, but this one I watched fairly recently, and I'd say it was. I kind of liked it. I really liked the
dancing.
Yeah, the dancing work, because she's like dancing in a forest, having fun, and then he hears and he steps in for a little bit.
That's nice. I mean,
yeah, it was a cute song.
Okay, wait. So for me, in this movie, I haven't really watched it that much, so I don't remember any of it. All I remember is like, forgive me, but the live action Maleficent. That's all I remember. That's all I know.
Oh, well, I mean, I'd say it's, again, like, okay, he saves her, like, at the end. He's, like, I think he, like, gets old at some point, and then he rides a horse. My memories are also shaky. He saves her, kisses her. Hooray.
Hooray.
I mean, the dance was cute, so I'll give it a higher rating than Ariel and Aaron.
I mean,
because they were the whole dancing in the forest. What was it? What was the song? Like, once, like, I met you in a dream once or something. So that was cute.
Yeah, I guess that's fine. We can put it at a higher rating.
For that one song, I'll put it a little higher than that.
Okay, so like a 5 out of 10?
Yeah, like a 5, maybe a 6 even.
Maybe a 6. Maybe.
No, let's say 5. So Ariel and Eric is 4.
And then this one's 5.
Philip is 5. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so the next one would be Snow White and the Prince. I don't know. Does the prince have a name?
I don't know.
You
don't know.
Amazing. So.
Yeah, so,
do you know anything about this?
No, besides, like, what everyone knows. She ran away, 12 dwarves, and then he kisses her at one point and wakes her up.
Honestly, for me, like, from what I know about it, which is, I'm gonna be honest, it's the more, gory kind of versions of Snow White, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's usually what I know of. But, based on the more the more kid-friendly part, he finds this girl and then kisses her.
No. Okay, so this is I really don't see a problem with that. I'm gonna be 100% honest here.
I mean,
it's already determined that he was cursed, and that the thing to break it is a true love's kiss.
Yes, but did he know about that?
I think he did. Oh. I think that the dwarves specifically went up to him and like asked him like to and like dragged him over or something.
Okay, if it was otherwise, that would be weird.
Yeah. I mean, I could be wrong. Like, if he didn't know and he did randomly kiss a girl in a coffin in the woods for no reason, okay, that's a little more suspicious. But if he did know that, like, that she was cursed and that a true love's kiss would break it, then that's, like, far more better. And that's, like, more equivalent to, like, CPR, basically, but with magic.
That's, yeah.
Depends on the details that we
cannot remember.
More into it.
But I remember him coming at the very end of the movie, to be honest. So there's not much.
Did they ever meet beforehand? I feel like I remember him in a tree at once.
I don't know. I don't think so, because she's being chased by the hunter, right? She goes to the dwarf's house. She cleans up a little bit. She gets poisoned by the apple, and then that's all. That's it. So then she wakes up, and it's just a random guy.
I mean, I think before the apple, I mean, I could be, like, either completely imagining this, like, some kind of fever dream, but I feel like I remember, like, before the whole apple thing, like, she went into the forest and, like, met him, and he was, like, in a tree or something. Unless this is, like, me making stuff up. It probably is.
No, but like, here's the thing. I've seen so many iterations of Snow White that I don't really know which one is in this movie specifically.
Yeah. And nothing, since it is like probably, since it's a little biased with us not knowing, but still not really much to it. So rating?
I would give it a 3 because he's not much in the movie overall, nor did they have many moments that I could remember.
A 3 out of 10.
3 out of 10, definitely.
So
the next one would be Tiana and Naveen, right? From Princess and the Frog? Nice.
Princess and the Frog. Very, very, very nice.
Honestly, so I really like this one, actually. Not gonna lie. It's because, like, she's very hardworking and he's more of a laid back kind of person. Like, I'll do this, I'll do that. I'm kind of rich, I don't care. And it's like they meet and they tend to balance each other out to the point of they're at a mutual point in which they're not too much, not too little, and they kind of like balance, you know?
You know what vibes these two actually give me?
Am I gonna be scared? Should I be scared? No? Okay.
No. Enemies to lovers, but non-toxic.
Non-toxic, and yes, you're right.
Because it's like they're at odds, but they're forced in a situation where they have to work together to get stuff done, and they do. And along the way, they grow feelings for each other.
Broski.
So it's like, and it kind of, not exactly, like they're not enemies, but they're not exactly fond of each other.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like enemies to lovers, because she was like, pretty mad at him. So yeah.
No, I completely agree with you, actually. It is pretty much enemies to lovers, but like they're not actually
not enemies.
They're not enemies. And their chemistry is really good too, because you like she was willing, she was like she was totally okay with like staying as a frog with him, like just as long as she's with him, And
they got married frogs.
Yeah, but even to the point of where like she had a dream, but she realizes that this is making me a little bit cheesed, but like she realizes that you're part of my dream, I guess. That's disgusting to say out loud for me, but like if you like that, I don't care, but like no, for me I just reminds me of Hallmark movies, I don't know, but no, it's really sweet.
So I don't remember the ending that much and like her decision with that whole thing, because I thought it was also kind of like, didn't it happen where like, oh no, it struck midnight, we can't reverse the curse?
Yeah, and then they're like, okay, well, we'll get married as frogs. So then they kiss each other and they become human again.
Since they're married, she becomes a princess because he's a prince. Because they get married, so now she's a princess. He kissed the princess. Bam, magic and stuff.
Yeah, so many loopholes.
It's really cute. The whole cooking scene was like kind of domestic.
Oh yeah, I really liked it.
But
I liked it because it was more like you could see their relationship grow over the course of the movie. And to be honest, in the ones we just like talked about, there isn't a lot of these.
It's more like the princesses go through their dilemma, the guy comes at the end.
Yeah, but over here it's more like they grow together and complement each other, I like them a lot.
So, Tiana and Naveen, I'd say a solid like 9 out of 10.
I agree with you, honestly. Yeah. I would have it's definitely a 9 out of 10 out of the other ones over here. Oh yeah.
So now we do Belle. Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah,
Belle
okay.
and the Beast.
Yes. So
I don't know.
From what I remember from Beauty and the Beast, because I haven't watched it recently. Again, the ones that came out more recently were the live actions, and unfortunately I watched them. So that's kind of I'm sorry. Yeah. But what I remember from the cartoon itself was that she wanted more than this provincial life. She wanted to read books, and she wasn't like other girls.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. It had to be done. But you know what? She sacrifices herself for her father. She becomes part of her worst fear, and it's that provincial life with the Beast. But the Beast is actually quite fond of what makes her different. I actually like that dynamic.
Oh, I mean, I was just gonna say that they actually had development together. That whole Stockholm thing was kind of like,
yeah, that's iffy.
not really, because first of all, she didn't love him yet, and he let her go before she loved him.
Yeah.
And then it was like right as he was dying that she finally loved him. So like, yeah,
it's
better than the others, honestly.
It is better than the others, and you could tell they actually like feel for each other, right? But
and they had cute moments. Like he saved her from wolves at one point. I think she helped them. They had a dinner. They had a snowball fight, I think.
Yeah, but the problem here is the Stockholm syndrome, like you said, right?
I feel like it isn't though, not really.
Yeah, but it's still a weird situation it's a weird situation where he has like power over her in the beginning. Like she cannot leave, right? She had to stay there and she was his. So there was kind of like a power imbalance in the beginning.
So it could be better, but I stand by the thing. Like I don't know. I don't think it might be. Is it Stockholm? I don't know Stockholm. I'm not a psychiatrist. I don't know.
Stockholm is more like someone kidnapped.
A little bit sus, but they had their moment.
Stockholm is like when you get kidnapped by someone and you fall in love with your kidnapper.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but I don't know like the specifics if like this would qualify that.
Oh no, yeah, I don't know.
Like Stockholm is also like involves gaslighting. Does it?
I feel like it's more toxic than this is like let out to be. But we're not an expert.
I don't think it's that toxic because they did have their moment. Like in the beginning, she was there forced, but in the end she did choose to come back and she only loved him after everything.
Yeah, but if we overlook the whole thing,
it can be kind of iffy.
For me, I'd give it a 6 out of 10. I
would give it a little higher, 7, because I think they had I think their snowball scene was cute and stuff.
Yeah, they had the chemistry, but I'm still not completely sold on that.
The whole
yeah.
Okay, so a slight difference in opinion.
A slight difference.
It's just very small amount.
I feel like it should be like at a 6 because of that little oversight we don't really know.
I feel like I want to give it a 7 because it was cute.
Because it was cute. Okay, that's fair. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
So should we talk about Aladdin and Jasmine?
Is it Aladdin and Jasmine already?
Yeah. After Belle and Beast is Aladdin and Jasmine.
Tarzan and Jane? Are we not doing them?
I have not watched it recently. Do you remember anything from Tarzan and Jane? I remember it being really cute.
Yeah, there was like swinging around and she was flustered by him.
It's like himbo and very smart person. I
mean, I feel like let's focus more on him and his gorilla family than the romance. But,
no, yeah,
I mean, I don't know.
I like the dynamic. Based on what I know about it, I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
I'll give it a 7 as well.
Nice, we're at the same page here, bro.
Should we skip? Can we skip to the bottom?
Should we skip to the bottom? Yeah, sure.
Go back to our place.
Okay, you can choose.
Okay, so Pocahontas and John. I do not remember much of it. I'm gonna be honest here.
You're not gonna know which John I'm talking about. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Anyway, I didn't. I'm a little biased here because I know the historical context, and I don't like it. Period.
Ooh. Yeah.
He was a colonizer,
and
he was threatening her family essentially. And no, I don't like it. I just.
To be fair, we are talking about the Disney, but we shouldn't erase the history of it, like what it's based on.
Look, she was a native.
Yeah.
And he was much older. She was like 14. I mean, like back then it was okay. I mean, like that kind of like age difference, right? But what?
We're still 14.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well.
Oh my god.
Okay, yeah. So he was a colonizer, and basically there was no happy ending. It was more like bad. You know how it goes. He enslaved her people and like took over. It's not good, man.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to go ahead, and I also don't remember any cute moments between them. Mostly just him saying things that were like based on Disney movies, because I don't know the history. Again, homeschooled cover. So
no, I didn't learn it in school. Juniper told me.
Oh, then I haven't looked into it. I think I might have seen. Actually, I might have seen it in my school. But it was like very brief, like just one page on a slideshow, maybe several pages.
Okay, well, based on the movie. Based on the
movie, what I remember from that is him being ignorant and her like showing like, hey, you're ignorant. Here, look, it's like, hey, stuff is better than that. Or like, you know,
I'd still give it based on the movie.
For me, that's not like a good thing.
Yeah.
They didn't have moments. It was more like she was teaching him.
It was more like an infatuation with the way she was living and how her nature, like her surroundings, were beautiful, and he wanted to colonize them. I don't know. I don't remember much of it, but I don't remember any cute moments that made me like the earlier ones that we went over. So I'd honestly rate it lower. What's the lowest one we did so far? So far it was a 2.
Snow White?
Yeah, I think so. 2? I think that was a 2.
I think Snow White was a 3.
Oh. No, I think... No, it was a 2.
It's a 2?
It was a 2.
No, because Ariel and Eric were like a solid 4. Aurora, 5.
Oh.
And then we skipped everything else.
For me, I already know my score because I'm incredibly biased and I'm giving it a 0, okay?
I mean, I was just going to go, like one number below everything else. So I was going to go ahead and say 2.
Out of all the people on this list, nothing can go lower than this.
Really?
So, I'm okay.
I'll give it, because I don't remember any more. So I'll give it like a... I mean, I don't... 0 is... Well, okay, between 0 and 2, so I'll make it a 1.
Okay. We have 8 minutes. Let's keep on going.
Oh my god. No, our favorites.
Okay, we'll just go... We'll go with...
Aladdin and Jasmine?
Yes, we'll do that one. I liked it.
I liked it too. She's got a tiger. She's great.
Not just Jasmine.
Oh.
Gotta write that down.
No, okay, so he starts off like getting his wishes and he's like flaunting his wealth, but she's not for that. She like looks at him as like she looks at him like the rest of her suitors. She is not amused by him at all. And it takes the magic carpet and like showing her like having like basically going on a date with her that she finally starts to like him, I think.
Yeah,
I barely remember this movie despite it being my favorite.
It like opened up a world of things that she knew about but was not like able to see, you know.
Yeah, she was, because she had the whole wall and stuff.
I like that dynamic. I like the dynamic of she's very she's not impressed. She's very unimpressed, and it takes a lot to impress her, and he managed to do that, you know?
Yeah. So I'm a little biased because I love Jasmine. It was my favorite princess in my childhood, but you know, Jasmine's great.
Yeah.
She got a tiger, and they did a cute song, the I Can Show You the World.
I like that song. My mom sings it every morning.
I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10.
I'm gonna agree with you. I like it a lot. It's 8, but it's not like my top, you know?
Yeah, it's not as built as like the other ones we're gonna go over.
So the next one I'm gonna talk about is Mulan and Shang.
Yes.
You know what? We forgot was Cinderella, but you know what? I already have my score for that, and that would be like a 3.
Should we go over Cinderella real quick?
Well, we have 6 minutes.
Oh my god. Okay, Cinderella. It's a little shallow, their whole love that's going on, but because of Cinderella 3, he did go to great lengths for her. But it's also like Cinderella 3 does kind of reveal how shallow it was, because he was going to dump the stepsister because she looked ugly.
Exactly.
So it's a little shallow, but the Cinderella 3 movie amused me so much, and he was willing to go to great lengths for her. Like he was ready to jump out a window, jump onto a ship, stuff like that.
Iconic scene, by the way.
5. What else did I give a 5? Yeah, let's just say a 5.
I'm giving it a 3.
Okay, Mulan and Shang. Sorry.
Okay. Freaking, I love it. I'm giving it immediately. I'm giving it a 9.
Really? I don't know if I'd rate it that high. It's very nice, but it's also like he dumped her as soon as he found out it was a girl.
Yeah, because because she wasn't supposed to be there.
Yeah, but then also like she was like, oh, the Huns. She was like, the Huns are alive, and she's like telling him important information, but he ignores her. Like, she's literally telling him they're alive, and he just ignores her because of that. Like, you have to admit, she was strong. She was helpful. She saved your life and everybody else's life.
I feel like it was
she
more
got important information, and he ignored her. So I don't know. To be fair, he did dress up as a girl for her, though. No, wait, that was everyone else.
No, I feel like it was more on because he didn't want to mess up, since his dad was like the general before him, and he didn't want to like mess it up. And him having her on that team with him, it like makes sure that it would make him look bad, right? I mean, obviously it's not right, but she's not even supposed to be there. So he's all very nervous, and he's trying to like spare her life, but she keeps pushing him, to be honest. Like, she keeps wanting to help him, but in all honesty, it feels like he's trying to protect her because of the things she's done for him, and that's why he keeps trying to ignore her.
Me, I didn't sense that. Like, he did protect her by not killing her, but that's it. And I still stand by the thing that she was trying to give him information, and he blew her off.
I still feel like they have a nice dynamic,
but they do have a nice dynamic, though.
They respect each other.
I give it like an 8, maybe.
Okay, because they respect each other, and they're like on equal ground, you know?
Yeah. So, Anna and Kristoff, and then our favorites?
Yep, Anna and Kristoff.
Anna and Kristoff.
Are we gonna talk about Frozen 2?
We have to. It had such a great scene.
Not in my opinion. In Frozen 2, it made Anna seem. I mean, I know it was in a very short amount of time, and she was very preoccupied with Elsa, but it seems like she kept brushing him away. Like, why was he there in the first place? I feel like that's on the writers, like, kind of.
I don't know.
Thing.
I kind of feel like it was more like she was going through family stuff, and like obviously she can't focus on everything. Like she didn't know. Like, she was just oblivious to what was trying to happen, because there was a lot going on, and her sister did take priority.
I know, but it was like
that was the whole premise of the first movie, the whole sister love thing. So like, sister took priority, and honestly, the Frozen movie, the second, like, what you're like, you do have a point, but the whole scene where she's like, where she's
crying,
and he's like, I'm here for you. What's the name? Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. In the first one, it was like, he was all like, oh, why would you marry a person you just met? And like, they go along this adventure of like getting to know each other and falling in love slowly. Like the whole Tiana and Naveen thing again.
Yeah, and then the whole realization at the end, like, okay, I do love her. So I give it a solid 9. Very good, very good.
I'll also give it a 9, because if it weren't for that little writers thing that they should not have even put him in the movie, to be honest. But really? It made Anna feel very, very like. It made her look like she didn't care as much as he cared about her, when it isn't her fault, obviously, but it feels like the writer should have like left him for last. He didn't really do anything in there, you know? He only helped like lead the big rock giants and console her in the end. I don't know. It's just my opinion.
I can see where you're coming from. I gotta agree, but I still really. This is our favorites. We gotta talk about this.
The last one would be. Drum roll.
Did you do the drum roll?
Yep, go do it.
Yeah. I can't do a drum roll.
Rapunzel and Eugene.
Yay!
I like them a lot. They have such a nice chemistry. We're not gonna be talking about the series, I don't think.
Oh, I haven't seen the series, so I don't know.
Yeah, so that's why.
Yeah, so just the movie. It has the whole going an adventure with them and falling in love during the adventure, like how Anna and Kristoff in Frozen 1 and Tiana and Naveen in The Frog and Princess. But at the very end, the reason why I have to put them in number 1 is because at the end of the movie, when it's like the climax and we're like the evil, what's her name, Mother Gothel, where she's like about like she kidnapped him and she kidnapped her, and like all this is like the climax is going down. Rapunzel was willing to give up her freedom that she just newly discovered,
and she loved
life. And he was willing to give his life. He was willing to be like, I'm dying, but I will take away the only chance at being alive, aka her magic hair. So he was willing to give up his life for her freedom.
Yeah, they really valued each other and what they were striving towards, you know?
Yes.
That one scene where they were like, you were my dream? Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
So it's got all of the positives of Tiana and Naveen and Anna and Kristoff with their whole adventuring and falling in love, but that extra scene at the end that really just drives it home.
And it also kind of takes like Aladdin and Jasmine's kind of dynamic of where he shows her the world, kind of like that too. Oh my gosh, it just has all the good stuff. It has all the good stuff. And
honestly, that ending scene again, I can't like.
Giving up your freedom
or giving up your life for the one you love. Both of them they were both, because it wasn't like one-sided either. They were both willing to give up something that meant a lot to them.
I mean, it was his life.
She was willing to give up her freedom. This wasn't like a one-sided thing. Like how in the early ones, how the prince saved the princess. Like in the end, he made the last move, but they were both willing to make that sacrifice. Like they were both willing to, do that. And
it's like the Tiana and Naveen, where Tiana was willing to give up her being like, this amazing baker, and him wanting to give up, like, he could give up his music and stuff like that, kind of like that, but to like the extremes.
Yes.
It's like not just her dream, but it's her livelihood, and it's literally his life.
Yeah, like, and she just found out freedom was like a thing. She just found it out, and she was willing to give it up. Like, oh my gosh, oh my,
it's so good. It's so good. I wish I could break the scale on this, but we can't. So I'm just gonna give it a 10 out of 10.
We can't break the script. We can't break the scale.
Do you want to break the scale? Because I want to break the scale.
Let's break the scale.
Let's break the scale. I'm giving it
infinity out of 10.
I was gonna say 69.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. I had to.
Okay. I see. What? Okay. I'm gonna stick with my infinity. You go with your 69.
Okay.
Number 1, 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10, 12 out of 10, a million out of 10, infinity out of 10.
There is no more 10.
Who needs the 10?
There is no such thing as a 10.
Yeah, exactly. It's just bam. Amazing. Yes. Favorite. Number 1. All the way.
Amazing. I think this concludes it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We might leave someone out, but I don't think we did.
I don't think so. I think these are the most popular ones, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So there it is.
Outro music? There is no music? Now go radiate your favorite Hot Pockets and boil some tea. Good night.